Le he tenido que guardar el secreto, no le digas nada.
Es que de verdad este señor no lo puede...
Pues que todo el mundo se piensa que es culpa mía.
¿Pero y qué? Es que no es culpa tuya.
El anuncio es horroroso, pero bueno, da juego, ¿no?
Evitar. Ay, no, siento mucho que le hayas tenido que sufrir.
No, sí. Hombres intenten amargarnos la vida.
Ya lo sé, Ainhoa, pero de verdad que no pasa nada. Y léete los mensajes
Bueno,
y bueno...
mira, tenemos que olvidarnos de eso. De verdad.
¿Estás segura? Porque mira que
Perdón.
Que, bueno, te da alcaparras.
Es que tenemos que acabar esto, Luz.
Sí, ya.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Today I'm super mega excited to be sharing this video with you guys because we have to talk about AINHOA and Luz relationship currently. This will be a part 3. If you guys want to watch the other parts, it will be on the channel. But before we get into more details, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and also let me know your personal opinion down below in the comments regarding this couple. And do you guys really feel like they're gonna last, or do you guys feel like it's just gonna be one of those stories, you know, that what should have been of what could have been? So let's get right into more details. So at this point, you know, AINHOA and Luz, they are in a relationship, and yes, things are going well, but at this point, you know, Luz's father is starting to get worried because he knows that, you know, AINHOA is a very complicated woman that's going through a lot. So he actually ends up having a conversation with AINHOA and basically giving her, you know, the green light to their relationship. So after that, everything was cool, everything was normal. And then after that, what actually ends up happening is that AINHOA and Luz, they haven't had an intimate moment yet with one another. You know, they haven't had their first time together yet. So they were kind of nervous because, you know, we all know that the first time with the person who you care for and who you are in a relationship with is it can actually define a lot in your relationship. But they were very nervous. They didn't know if they were going to like it, if they were going to do it right, if they're going to connect. They were just basically overthinking it. So, you know, once they had a conversation and they broke their ice, they actually end up having their first night together, which was very beautiful. Even though it was just a couple of seconds, it was still worth the watch, you know. And then after that, that's where things started to change. This is where things starts to collapse, because at this point, very unexpectedly, but this was actually already expected, AINHOA's husband is back. Yes, AINHOA's husband figured out a way to track her down and actually found her, you know, kissing Luz, and that really bothered him because now he found out that, you know, AINHOA has someone else. So he actually approached AINHOA and told her like, hey, I know you have someone else, but you are my wife. Why did you leave me? You need to come back home. Basically just, you know, telling her like to wrap it up and to go home with him, and just like really bothering her. And AINHOA keep insisting, leave me alone, go home, go back to your life, I don't want to see you, leave me alone, disappear, and all of that. But things didn't go as planned, you know, because what actually ends up happening is that AINHOA's husband, you know, they were having a very heated altercation with one another, and one of, you know, AINHOA's people that she actually knows ended up defending her and accidentally pushing him off the balcony of the stairs, and he actually ends up getting himself into a coma. So now these three friends, they are hiding the secret, you know, they are hiding, and Luz's father is actually the one who is investigating the case to see what actually happened, because it actually ended up happening inside the hotel where AINHOA and Luz works, you know, and the hotel that Luz's mother in this case is basically the owner of, you know. So it's a whole situation going on. And then after that, Luz's father actually ended up finding out that the guy that was pushed down the stairs is actually AINHOA's husband. So now AINHOA, of course, she is the first, you know, suspect to the case, and AINHOA starting to get worried because she knows, you know, even though she didn't push him, but someone pushed him to defend her. And now they're hiding the secret because they don't know how to put it out and how to tell the truth. But Luz is starting to have her suspicions, and she's starting to feel like, you know, AINHOA is hiding something from her, but she's not 100% sure if, you know, if that's actually what's going on, or she's just, you know, over exaggerating or overthinking. And of course, AINHOA is also lying to Luz because, you know, I know in this case Luz's father asked AINHOA if she saw her husband since he been back, and AINHOA said no, that she haven't had no conversation with him, they haven't had a no encounter, but she is lying because they actually did have a conversation. And Luz also asked her, tell me the truth, I know you are hiding something from me, what's going on? But in this case, AINHOA is being very, very defensive. It's like, trust me, you think I'm the one who did it, basically just hiding the truth from Luz. But Luz is already starting to do her own investigations. She's trying to see things that she doesn't normally see normal AINHOA doing, like having people like the girls who was in the whole situation with her in her room. She also went through AINHOA's phone. She's just trying to figure out what's going on, because Luz at this point, she doesn't think that AINHOA did it, but she feel like AINHOA knows something about it that she's not telling her, so that's the thing that she's trying to figure out. And then here comes, guess who? Yes, AINHOA's husband mother comes in the picture. She starts to basically, put a lot of dirt and a bad image of AINHOA out there, basically saying that AINHOA is a manipulator. She used her son. Her son is the reason why AINHOA has everything she has in her career, and that AINHOA used him, and she's his fault that that happened to him, and she's probably the one who did it to him, and just basically making AINHOA's situation even worse, because of course she's the prime suspect. And of course Luz wasn't having it, because it's her partner, is her girlfriend, and she was always defending AINHOA in public. And that's also starting to worry Luz's parents, and especially Luz's father, since he's the one investigating the case. And like, is she really this bad person? Is AINHOA really someone that can drain my daughter, like everything that's going on with her husband? And then here comes her mother-in-law, and it's just a whole lot going on. She has like we said before, she has a substance problem when it comes to alcohol, and she's just going through a lot. How will this affect my daughter? But her father is still trying to keep a mutual mind, and still trying to see both aspects of things until further investigations actually proceeds. So we will have to stay tuned and see what happens, because at this point Luz, she actually overheard a conversation that AINHOA's husband woke up from the coma, so she actually went to the hospital to see if it's true, and it was actually not true. He was still in that situation. And the mother was there, and now the mother thinks that it is Luz who was the one who actually did that to him. So now, in my personal opinion, I feel like things is gonna start to change, because now that AINHOA see that they are starting to blame Luz for it, because it can look like Luz is jealous that is her AINHOA's husband. She felt the type of way and all of that. So now things might change, and now, in my personal opinion, I feel like AINHOA might confess the truth of what happened in order to save Luz's image. That can also be a possibility. Or Luz's father will just figure it out and go through camera surveillance, something, but I don't know how this is gonna affect Luz and AINHOA's relationship, because once Luz actually ends up finding out that AINHOA was lying to her all this time, I don't know if she's gonna take that well, if she's gonna forgive her, if they're gonna go separate ways. We will just have to stay tuned and see what actually happens with them. Hopefully they don't get separated. They look so cute and beautiful together. They really balance out each other a lot.